What is up, guys? It is Christ, and we are back with another video. This is one that has been highly suggested and highly requested for pretty much the majority of my time exploring Dream Theater. This is going to be Illumination Theory. I have heard that this is one of the best songs that they've ever done. Now, this is going to be, I believe, the fourth over 20 minutes long song that I have checked out by them. I plan on ranking them as soon as I have heard all of them. From best to worst, at least in my opinion. That's what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to check this one out. I always love their big, long, epic songs, and so this one is no doubtly going to be really good. Now, one thing I have to say, I'll get into later on in the video at the discussion part, is that this song, well, this album is absolutely killer in terms of the guitar riffs. The guitar riffs are absolutely amazing in this song, and that's something I expect to continue in this. It's going to be a big, long epic. It's going to be broken up into several different sections, so I'm pretty excited to check it out. It says, Illumination Theory is Dream Theater's 5th longest song to date. 5th. Okay, what's 4th? Hold on. The song consists of 5 segments, 2 of which are instrumental. It features a string section conducted and arranged by, I can't even pronounce that. According to John Petrucci, the song talks about things that people will live, die, and kill for, which is pretty interesting. That's not at all what I would have thought the song would have been about. But nonetheless, it is time to get into it. I have kept you waiting long enough. Let's check out Illumination Theory. Section 1 is called Paradox de la something. De la something. Okay, yeah. I feel like we're going to be going into a wind-up here pretty soon. Okay, yeah. Loving the guitar riffs, they're absolutely amazing. I like Burdette's sort of playing support too. So far, really loving this instrumental section.
Consider this question, look deep inside, deliver a true confession. What are you willing to live for? Consider this question, open your eyes, examine your own reflection. What are you willing to die for? When your back's against the wall and your time's uncertain. Consider this question, no standing by when flesh and blood are threatened. What are you willing to kill for? We seek to understand. We cry with hand in hand.
I am loving the guitar riffage in this song. It is so amazing. I was gonna say unparalleled, but it's definitely amazing.
The bridges we built to connect. The distance that makes us perfect. Hate dividing us, love reminding us of our shared humanity. Hope can be a shadow fleeting.
Ooh, I love that change up.
I would rather die believing. Catching it all in a final eyes of faith. We seek to understand. We cry with hand in hand. What needs to be told, an answer that begs to be found. The beauty we wish to behold is never too far away.
Now, is this part 3 or is that coming up? That seems too early for part 3. Okay, I'm assuming this is part 3. Ooh, it sounds like Bridges in the Sky. That's 2 connections I've made to Bridges in the Sky. There's a previous one that kind of sounded like the, it kind of sounded like the chorus to Bridges in the Sky. I think, what song was it? One I did earlier. I think it's either Surrender to Reason or The Bigger Picture, one of the 2. I think it was The Bigger Picture, I'm not sure. I love this sort of atmospheric stuff that it's kind of doing right here. Definitely setting the mood and the stage for the next section. Kind of seems too early for part 3, though. I figured it would have been spaced out more. We're only like, I think, 7 minutes into it. Eight minutes, okay. Still kind of early, in my opinion. kind of reminds me, I mean, not entirely, but kind of like Breaking All Illusions. Kind of reminds me of the chorus. Almost a similar melody. Definitely love this, though. This is really nice. Oh, it sounds so good. If this is Rudess, he is just absolutely amazing. I've been fooled before by what he can do. Okay, kind of a transition here. I love this soaring and ascending feel it has. I'm glad I get to hear my own right here. Sorry.
Mothers for the children, husbands for their wives, mothers for the kingdom, fighting for your life. A soldier for his country.
Talking about people who would die for things, or what they would die for.
Teachers for their students, vengeance for a crime.
Free Hong Kong. Oh, it sounds so good. Ooh, okay. Mancini was like hitting his sticks against something that was awesome. That right there, it's funny. Love it. I love Mancini's drumming in this. I love the evolution. It's like the steady, gradual evolution risk you're taking. I can hear Mian so clearly right now. Oh yes, yes! I love this riff from the beginning. I was hoping they'd do more of it. Oh, I love that wah. I don't get to hear him very much with wah. It sounds amazing. Oh my god. He needs wah more often. Holy crap. He needs a wah pedal way more often. Holy crap, what a song. I am just loving Mancini's drumming on this record. Oh, such a true statement.
When you surrender to the light, you can face the darkest days. If you open up your eyes and you put your trust in love, on those cold and endless nights, you will never be alone. Passion comes within your heart.
Oh, that sounds so good. Yes.
Like the furnace burning bright, until you struggle through the dark. You'll never know that you're alive. Never know, not that
I always love Petrucci's ending solo of the song. Ooh, I like that. Okay, okay. Sounds so good. Okay. Almost got an ominous sound, almost like a doom sort of sound. That can't be the end. There's like 2 minutes left. That can't be the end. We're gonna let it play out. I definitely learned my lesson in the past. If something starts playing again, I'm going to continue. I'll stop talking. But right now, we're just getting sort of into like sort of a review on Illumination theory. I really loved the guitar riffs in this song. In the beginning part, especially, they definitely made it one of the most memorable intros I've ever heard by them. They were. This is really nice. Ooh, I love that feedback. Almost reminds me of the Count of Tuscany. Ooh, I like that. I like his feedback on the guitar. That's really nice. I like how the piano faded out and you could just hear the feedback on the guitar. What's fading out, not completely. There you guys have it. That was Illumination Theory by Dream Theater. Um, what I started to say is that I really liked how this song opened with really aggressive riffs. This was definitely more of a headbangy type of song for that type of thing, which I really appreciated. I really loved the instrumental sections in this song too. I thought that the second instrumental section kind of drug out a little bit too long, the piano part specifically. Even though I did like the piano, I thought it could have been shortened a little bit, and it would have made it a much more concise section. But Dream Theater never does things small. They either go big or they go home. It's either there's like no in between. So I would have preferred it the way it was, say, over just some little short section, if I had to pick and choose. But I really enjoyed this song. The guitar playing was absolutely phenomenal. Rudess's keyboard playing was absolutely amazing. And I cannot stress enough how much I enjoyed Mangini's drumming on this record. Um, I'm not going to pick sides and stuff because I had said at one point that Portnoy was my favorite of the two. I don't know now because Mangini's drumming. If this was really his first contribution to the band, it was absolutely amazing, and he is just as good as Portnoy. Um, if I would never have known that this was not Portnoy if I did not already know. There was nothing this record like. I guess the drumming it sounded very reminiscent of the stuff that Portnoy would do, and there had been times where I forgot that it was Mangini playing. That's just how good the drumming is on this record. I absolutely loved it. This was definitely uh, an album for the books. This has been an absolutely amazing album. It's definitely top five. I don't know about top three. That's still to be decided. But this was definitely top five. I loved every single song on this record. There was not a single song I didn't like. The weakest one was the Looking Glass to me, but it was like still in like a 7.5 out of 10. The rest of them were all eights, nines, and tens. Like it was crazy. This record was crazy. I have to give this record a 4.75. Like it was insane. Um, that's just the way I feel about it. And I really liked how it ended on a really pleasant and positive note. Um, I don't know if it tied back to False Awakening. I'll definitely have to listen to it again. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed how this album flowed. It had really good flow to it. And Labrie I thought was really good in terms of his vocals. I can't give this album enough praise. It was definitely top five. It was top four. I said in the previous video that Metropolis is number one, not 6 degrees. Train of Thought's number two, Systematic Chaos is number three, and then this is number four. That may be subject to change the more I listen to this, because there are some songs on Systematic Chaos that I didn't necessarily like, but I didn't not like, and there's more of them on that record than there is on this one. Really, there's only one song that wasn't as good as the rest, and there's definitely a couple stinkers on Systematic Chaos. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. I thought this album was absolutely amazing. I cannot give it enough praise. Um, Let me know what you guys thought of the album as well, because I'm definitely curious to see what you guys have to say. You guys have a lot to say about the more controversial albums, and I'm definitely excited to hear it. Um, yeah, so let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Um, Now, I normally do a top 3 songs I liked and a top 3 I didn't like. Um, I can't really do that here. I'm just going to put my top 3 because I liked everything I heard on this record. I would have to say Illumination Theory definitely takes the cake. I knew it would, and it definitely lived up to that to my expectations. Um, but I would say Behind the Veil, it's dark, it's extremely dark lyric content, um, and just absolutely amazing musicianship is definitely number 2, and then Enigma Machine is number 3. Now, one thing I did forget to do is talk about the lyrics in this. I thought they were pretty straightforward, so I'm not going to dive into them too deep. They're definitely straightforward. For example, it's not just what the interpretation says. You guys don't even see what I'm pointing at here. There you guys go. It's not even about this. Like, that's only the first section of the song. When it talks about things that people are willing to live, die, and kill for. Consider this a question. Look deep inside. Deliver a true confession. What are you willing to live for? Consider this. Open your eyes. Examine your own reflection. What are you willing to die for? And then it's like talks about the killing. When your back's against the wall and the time's uncertain, consider this question. No standing by. When flesh and blood are threatened, what are you willing to kill for? So it asks 3 different questions. Both are things that people value greatly. We seek to understand. We cry with head in hand when things happen, when tragedies happen, and that kind of stuff. The bridges we build to connect, the distance that makes us forget, hate dividing us, love reminding us of our shared humanity. This is such a deep song in terms of lyric, but it's also extremely easy to understand, which is what I really loved about this. Hope can be a shadow fleeting. I would rather die believing, chancing it all in a final act of faith. So this could actually be, this can be taken religiously or not. I'm not sure. We seek to okay, that's something that's already been said. A story that needs to be told, an answer that begs to be found. Well, that begs to, I'm assuming that meant an answer that begs to be found. The beauty we wish to behold is never too far away. So, yeah, this song is definitely more than just about killing, dying, and living for. Definitely part 4 kind of like continues that mentality. It talks about what people are willing to live and die for specifically. Mothers for their children. Maternal instinct is definitely really strong, and the mothers would definitely give their lives for their children, no questions asked. Husbands for their wives, absolutely. Martyrs for the kingdom, when it's talking about people who are not necessarily religious zealots, like probably at that too, but also people who are willing to fight for their country, fight for what they believe in, and that kind of stuff. They are willing to fight for and die for their beliefs. Fighting for your life. Let's see. And then it talks about some different things that people are would be willing to die for. A soldier for his country, a junkie for the high, teachers for their students, vengeance for a crime. All these things are things that are just really injustices or things that people um, will die for no matter how messed up it is. For example, a junkie for the high. There's so many people who are addicted to drugs that like will end up overdosing accidentally, or they'll just do pretty insane and unthinkable things for that. I just realized I have to stop using that word. This video is probably going to get punished already for that. You can't use the K word, you can't use the D word, so we're not going to use those words anymore. Rebels for their freedom, a tyrant for the praise. I'm assuming these are a tyrant for the praise is probably things that people would live for. I don't see a tyrant really willing to die. Crap, I just said it again. Cowards for salvation, money, love, and fame, noble and brave. Okay, so that's we've gone over that section pretty well. What really sort of I guess hammered it home for me was the final part: surrender, trust, and passion. To really feel the joy in life, you must suffer through the pain. When you surrender to the light, you can face the darkest days. This I said in the song at the time. This statement is so true. To really feel the joy in life, you must suffer through the pain. The greatest things in life, the greatest joys, are worth the pain that we endure and we suffer for them. This is something that I can definitely agree with. It's something that I faced at several points in my life. I'm not really going to talk about it here because there's just things that I don't really want to talk about. It's just sort of private and personal things, so I'm not really going to get into that too much. And it says, if you open up your eyes and you put your trust in love, on these cold and endless nights you will never be alone. So I don't know if this is talking about specifically a family or if this is talking about someone like a romantic interest or something. And then it says, passion glows within your heart like a furnace burning bright. Until you struggle through the dark, you'll never know that you are alive. That statement is just so true right there. I almost think that Mayung had a hand in the... Okay, it says it's written by John Petrucci, and I know that sometimes Petrucci and Mayung can write similar things, but this is definitely more on the philosophical side and the more heartfelt side, which is what Petrucci does. The songs that I remembered that he has wrote specifically have been about this kind of thing. And I love how it just re-emphasizes that point at the end right there. Until you struggle through the dark, you'll never know that you're alive. And it keeps repeating, never know. So I definitely really liked what this song was representing. It talked about good and bad things that people are willing to go to extreme lengths for. Yes, that's my phone. The ringtone is from In the Presence of Enemies. Not right now, though. So yeah, I really, really love this song. I cannot stress that enough. This was definitely the shining light of the album. It always is. The final song on any Dream Theater album seems to always be the best. With the exception of Metropolis, and I think Train of Thought. I think that Endless Sacrifice was definitely an amazing song. But for the most part, it seems to be the final song on an album that tends to be the best. But yeah, so to reiterate, top 3 would have to be Illumination Theory, Behind the Veil, and Enigma Machine. Those are definitely the top 3 of the songs. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was an absolute blast getting back into Dream Theater, and it feels so good to be back exploring more Dream Theater. It's been so long, and I'm truly grateful for the chance that you've given me to enjoy and explore this music with you. So with that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and leave. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you drop a like. It helps us get recognized in the algorithm. It helps us be pushed up into the algorithm, and helps more people check out the channel. If you're new here and you are wanting to watch more Dream Theater content, Please make sure you subscribe because there is tons of Dream Theater content already on the channel. And yeah, this is going to be the end of the video, guys. This has been Christ. We'll see you guys next time.